In 2019, I came across an interesting ad on Facebook. One of these things that you're just browsing your friends' pages and suddenly you came across this ad that's insinuated slimely into your consciousness. And it's about a smart speaker that can teach you how to speak Chinese. The smart speaker is called Lily, and it's only at a prototype stage. Through a crowdfunding platform, it's inquiring the investor to put up $200 to become the first person to receive the final product once it's released. That was in 2019. And the promised delivery date was in January 2020. Fast forward to September and almost October of 2021. I have not received any speaker. So I went onto the website and found out that the founder, Jie Ming and Alexis Pons, they decided to switch the smart speaker model to an app for the smartphone instead. I'm sure this rubs a lot of people the wrong way, and I'm one of them because I didn't pay $200 for an app on my phone. I would never pay $200 for an app, no matter how smart and how amazing it is. So a lot of people are saying that Jie and Alexis are simply con artists. They're scamming people of their money and taking their money and run. However, for those of you who are familiar with scam artists, they're usually, especially the good ones, don't make themselves look bad in the process. By the time you realize you're conned, they disappear and they are not accountable for their action. They just simply vanish from the face of the earth. But that's not what happened with Jie and Alexis. They are, to this day, most recently from a month ago, posting updates on the website for their crowdfunding project. They are facing a lot of insults and refund requests and even death threats because obviously they failed to deliver their product and they have to answer to the demand of their investors. So this reminded me of a very well publicized fiasco of a music festival called the Fire Festival. I'm sure many of you have heard this before because I think it's been made into a Netflix documentary. What happened was the organizer of the Fire Festival, which was Billy McFarland and Jeru, they promised a music festival set in the Bahama Islands, attended by the rich and famous and the beautiful, to promote one of their music sharing app called the Fire app. What actually happened was people arrived, waited on the beach with almost no organizer in sight, no one to answer their inquiries, and instead of luxury accommodation, they were housed in makeshift refugee camps. And instead of having catered food, they were giving soggy cheese sandwiches for meals. The whole music festival was a huge fiasco, and McFarland's serving prison terms for 6 years with a penalty of $26 million. So I see a lot of similarity in these two stories because I, judging from the situation, what happened, don't think Billy McFarland or Jie and Alexis really intended to scam their clients and their investors in the first place. I think in good nature, they were really promised their product and they truly believe that they're intending to deliver their products as promised. And why am I talking about this on the ADHD channel? Because it occurred to me that all the people involved may very well all have ADHD. Of course, I never met any of these people in person, but certainly their behavior and their action and the consequences they suffered reminded me of a lot of the patients I treat. These people shared in common with my patients with ADHD that they come up with the best ideas. They're very creative, motivated, they're passionate about what they believe. Unfortunately, execution is a whole different issue. Organization skills is frequently lacking in people with ADHD. Procrastination is a very common characteristic in people with ADHD. And if you combine lack of organization, project management skills, and procrastination, what you end up with is failed promises, um, undelivered goods, and even prison terms. So obviously, not all failed ventures involve people with ADHD, and not all ADHD people end up with disastrous results and prison terms. But it just served as a cautionary tale that ADHD, when undiagnosed and untreated and unrealized, can often carry significant and unintended bad outcomes. So I just want you to keep this in mind. Be a little understanding for people with ADHD, especially those people you love and care about, family member, friends, neighbors, and cut them some slack, give them the support they need, and most importantly, help them to get the medical care and proper treatment for their ADHD. Have a wonderful day. Let's build this amazing world together. Bye-bye.